Morning everybody, so just in the camp kitchen at the Pelorus Bridge campsite. You can see outside here on the deck and that, there's a nice deck and a few tables and stuff like that. There's showers here. I've never had one like that before. It was a hot water shower, but you know how you push those taps in when you're in a public bathroom and the little button comes out and then the water stops flowing. You've got about 30 seconds every time you push the button. That's what the shower is like here. And it was fine, just kept re-pushing it until you had your shower and you're finished. But yeah, I bumped into a couple of other hikers. One lady called Rosie, had a bit of a chat to her yesterday, and then a lady, Steph, recognised me, and when she sort of come over to have a chat, I recognised her from the river safety course in Karangahaki Gorge, and she, when I spoke to her there, was only going to do the South Island section of the TA, and she was just sitting there doing a bit of planning. She's got her parents following her down, so they'll help her get around the braided rivers, the Rakaya and Rangitata rivers. I think they're the two braided rivers and stuff, but she's heading for the same hut, as is Rosie. Might be at the same hut as me today. She might push on one more hut. But I'm up my usual time. It's about 4 or 5 minutes past 6, which is when I like to start walking. But the real exciting news is young Emma, Super Kiwi. And people who have watched my channel from the very beginning, you'll remember Emma. I sort of walked into Kerikeri with her and ended up walking the trail all the way down to Huntley, and she pushed on from there because she's really on a mission to try and be finished by 11th of February, which was her birthday. So she's pushed on, but anytime there's a bad weather window, she's just had to skip those sections and look at coming back. So she skipped the Taurua Ranges, and she's also skipped the Richmond Ranges. And she messaged me probably a week or so ago and said, "Oi, when are you coming through Richmonds? I've got to come back and do them. Maybe I'll join you." And we're a week apart. And I said, "I can't wait a week." And she just messaged me last night and said she's changed her plans. She's heading into Nelson, it's either today or tomorrow. But either way, she's going to come into Hackett Hut, which is where we can start the Richmond Ranges as well. I'm doing the extra 2 days and the extra 2 days food carry. But yeah, so Emma's going to be in that Hackett Hut and we're going to do the Richmond Ranges together. So it'll be really good to catch up with her and see what she's been doing and talk about her little adventure and see what's been going on. So I'll push on today anyway. I'm going to what they call Midi Creek. If I get there nice and early, I could possibly push on one more hut, but it is an 800 metre climb after a 27k day anyway. So it'll make it 32k day, but I'll get where I'll go and get into Midi Creek and I'll see how I feel once I get there. See you, bye. So that's a little section of bushwalk. That's where I came out yesterday. And it's been around here. That's where I'm heading. Down that road, so reconnected on the trail, and that was the Pelorus Bridge just here. And I just got that photo down the Pelorus River with no people in it, so pretty lucky because, as I said yesterday, one of the most photographed spots in the country. Anyway, we'll push on. I think it's about 12 or 14k a road walk. It starts as asphalt and then it goes to a gravel road through farmland apparently, but at least then I say it's just after 6 o'clock, about 1:15 now. So I get to do that, not in the heat of the day, which is nice, and then hopefully I get into some bush. See you soon. Wonder if this is the same guy. There were some corrugated iron sculptures of cows just outside of Fielding, but this is not a 3D one. And got the old truck down here as well. That's not made out of corrugated iron though, that's a proper one. Well, that's a lovely bit of trail magic there. Would have been a beautiful stop yesterday if I had been going to my trail angel and I was feeling pretty tired, but as I walk along the road here apparently there might be some fruit trees. If there's some fresh fruit on it, I'm allowed to help myself. We'll see how we go, bye. So gravel road time. I think next time I'm going to see an asphalt road will be when I've finished Richmonds and I start walking into St Arnaud. Right, that's beautiful clear water down there. And this is where we're heading. Look over here, you'll see the road through there on the left hand side of that tree. So this is it, down on the track, and no more road. We're going up the Pelorus River. So I think there's 2 huts. I'm going for Middy Creek. 4 hours to the first hut from here, 2 hours to Middy Creek. So another 6 hours to go. It's taking me 3 hours to do the road walk section to here. So I'll find a nice spot to stop down here because I need a little bit of a break, and we'll push on. I'll show you as we go. Hoping for some nice bush sections now. Well, that fallen tree across the track made a perfect seat for a rest. So, refueled, we'll push on. What an absolutely gorgeous spot. The biggest tripping hazard around here is the view. I keep looking out at the Pelorus River and not looking where I'm going and tripping up. So this area is called Emerald Pool. It's 1 hour from the road end on the sign. It's taken me 50 minutes to walk here. I'm sure many a hiker's jumped in here for a swim. And just up above us there's a little picnic table as well. So if you sort of get to the end of the road and you feel like you've got a bit more in the gas tank, do an extra 45 minutes to an hour and come to this spot, and there's a picnic table to sit down and have a break. So next hut on the trail, Captain's Creek hut, says 3 hours for 5k. So it's going to be pretty gnarly, I'd imagine, but if it is, what am I, 10, 11, 12, it'll be about 1:30 when I get there, so good spot for a lunch break. We'll see if that hut's actually on the trail or if I have to sidetrack off it. We'll work it out when I get there. Don't know if you can see it in there, but it's a massive eel. We've actually jumped away from the river for about an hour and a half. Once I got to that Emerald Pool, far out, there was a short, steep uphill section there. Had me puffing, but now we've just dropped back down by the river again now. Just absolutely gorgeous. Well, that's nice. Already here, so making far better time than the signs say. There's a hut down there. We'll go down and have a look. But we have to be mindful. I mean, my weather conditions here, it's bone dry. Track conditions are perfect. So, of course, I'm going to make better time than what the signage says. So if you're coming behind me and the weather's not as good, just be wary. Might take you the actual time it says on the signs. Yeah, lovely little hut down here, just nestled on the side of the river. We'll go suss it out. So this is your Captain's Creek. You can see the bathroom just down there, or the toilet, and heaps of places to pitch your tent, and pretty basic little hut. Just show you inside there, there's another father and his son hiking. They're not doing TA. Tiny little cloak area here with a saw and a bit of firewood. And we come in here. So there's your 6 bunks. Just very basic cooking. Better fill out the intentions book. And a little fire. So cosy little hut. So beautiful deep swimming holes just outside the hut. Yeah, see how clear that water is in there. Only problem with a place like this is once you stop you don't want to go again, so I'll have to try and keep moving, but I'll go up here near these rapids and just grab a bit more water. Sign up there said 2.5 hours, or the other side said 2 hours, so not sure which one's right. Anyway, we'll get some water and we'll get moving. Man, what a gorgeous gorge of this river. So clear. Well, there we go, 5 minutes from Middy Creek, and I've come from Captain's Creek. I've done it in 1 hour 40. So the sign down at the road said 2 hours, this sign and the one at Captain's Creek said 2.5. So like I say though, I do have perfect conditions, so I'll get down there and just have a little bit of a break and decide if I push on to the next hut. I'm not sure what it is, but I think it's a bigger hut. I'll go and suss it out. Alright, so this is Middy Creek. That lady Sammy's going to camp out there. I met her yesterday. And another little 6-bedder, a bit nicer than Captain's Creek, I think. Very similar layout, maybe just a little bit longer. But no, I have decided I'm just going to filter in some more water, and I'm not going to enjoy it. It says another 3 hours. Hopefully it won't take me that long, but I think I'm going to push on a Rocks. Rocks is a 16-bed hut with water out of a tap. It'll just really shorten my day tomorrow from about, what have I got there? It'll make it about a 14k day instead of a 19k day. And this next 3 hours is about a 600 metre climb. I'll only have 200 metres of climbing tomorrow before I can get back in hiking mode with Emma, and I think she's going to be pretty fit now because she's been doing some massive days. So we'll see how I feel. I can always come back if I find it too much. Actually, I think I remember this swing bridge from other people's videos. Just where the river turns. Beautiful spot. Man, that is just so clear. That is so deep. You can see all the way at the bottom. That's amazing. So there we are. We're at the junction now. It is hard work, but I've done 100 metres of climbing to get here. Did it in the time frame they said I would. So saying another 2.5 hours. That gives me another 600 metres of climbing. I think I can do it. I'm going to be pretty tired when I get there. I'm probably not going to enjoy it too much. But when I get there, I know that it cuts down tomorrow. Tomorrow will only be a 5-6 hour day, which is an easy day with only 200 metres of climbing and then a downhill just to get through the Hackett. Give me a chance to recover before a really big climb. Not tomorrow, the day after. That's when the real big one kicks in. And that's when the Super Kiwi joins me as well. And oh man, she's been doing those big 60 kilometre days, and actually a lot younger than me. I think I'm going to have to rein her in when I first see her and point out, hey, this old boy, I'm in my 50s. I ain't doing 60 kilometres. They don't come in my vocabulary, and just make sure I rein her in a bit because she's going to come in like the Energizer Bunny, I reckon. She would have had a day off travelling in the car. But really looking forward to catching up with Emma, and I'll see if I can get her to have a bit of a chat on the channel about what she's been doing, because a lot of you guys have been watching from the beginning and, you know, in the comments asking how she's been getting on. So hopefully you don't get it secondhand from me. Hopefully I can get her to have a bit of a chat to you about what she's been up to. She's not that confident about interviews or chatting to people, but man, she's interesting, so I'll do my best. Anyway, I've got 600 more metres of climbing. See ya. It's just a staircase of roots or tree roots up a ridge. Hope you can see that on the video. Well, there we go. There's Rock's hut. It took me 2.5 hours. It said 3. The first 2/3 of that climb, I had a 100 metre climb to the junction and then another 600. First 2/3 were fine. That last third, man, snail's pace. I just had to slow right down. Just make sure I didn't slip or hurt myself. So this is a 16 bunk hut. Apparently there's 10 minutes to a lookout down there. So I'm going to dump my pack. Even though I'm shattered, I might go that lookout just in case it clouds in tomorrow. I'll see how I feel. I might show you the hut tomorrow. I'll go and I'll see. There's a helipad back here. So it looks like no camping there. So it looks like I might have to get a bed in this hut, hopefully. I'll go in and have a look. Anyway, we'll check in again soon. I just wandered up to the lookout. It's pretty rugged up here. I think the best views are actually over this direction here. I'll just wander up there, see if I can get a better shot of those for you. So there you go, the start of the Southern Alps. I know that hut was at 800 metres. I've climbed a bit more to get up to this lookout. I know we go to 1,000 metres tomorrow, so hopefully we might get even more views tomorrow. But I just thought I'd come up here and do this because the last 2 mornings when I've been walking in, I noticed these mountains, obviously, often there's fog, just fogging them in. So I thought we'd get up here and get the view while we can. One last pan around. I'm going to go down and see if I can find a tent site actually somewhere. That hut's just unpleasantly crowded. Almost think the view's better down here than at the actual lookout. You can see the roof of the hut there, just behind those trees. And I've managed to nestle myself in here. There's my little tent. This is a little track that goes up to a lookout, not the one everybody follows in the morning. That hut was just too crowded for me. All lovely people and that, but I just felt like a bit of private space. I can go to sleep as early as I want, get up as early as I want. I won't disturb anybody. So just about to have me evening meal now, and yeah, I'll get to sleep, do my video edit, and get ready for tomorrow. See ya.